Hello family, welcome to another beautiful edition of Annie Author's Vlog. If today is your first day watching me, you are welcome. If you're a returning friend, thank you so much for coming back. I really love and appreciate you. Please do not forget to like, share and comment on my videos. So guys, in today's edition is an exciting news. Yay! So my dear country Nigeria is one step closer to the right direction when it comes to justice, okay? So a huge justice was served that gave me so much joy. Justice that was served is what made me very excited that my country is now getting it right. Even the poor person has voice now. So the law has taken place when it comes to a very famous oncologist in the heart of Nigeria, Lagos. On the 24th of October 2023, Dr. Femi Olaleye, the managing director of the Optimal Cancer Care Foundation, was sentenced to life imprisonment, 2 counts of life imprisonment for raping his wife's niece, who was a minor at the time, just a 15-year-old girl living with them. So the judge, Justice Rema Oshodi of the Ikeja Sexual Offense and Domestic Violence Court in Lagos, found Dr. Femi Olaleye guilty of 2 charges. So he was charged on 2 counts: defilement and sexual assault by penetration of a minor, 15-year-old. You know, for so many years, a lot of guys have been getting away with this. If you are one of those predators that like young girls, kids, you need to stop, because the law will be catching up with you. Any department you are, no matter how high you are, you need to watch it. You need to be careful. You need to stop it, okay? Because the law is going to take you down now. People are speaking up now. There's no longer hush, hush, hush. There's no longer threats being made to families. But today, a lot of celebrities are standing together with the victims to make sure that the culprit is brought to justice. That's what just happened to Dr. Femi Olaleye. So in this situation, it was his own wife that reported the issue, the case, to the Lagos State Police Department. How bad can a man be when his own wife is the one that stood up and went to the police and reported? How bad and horrible and evil and devilish can a man be to sleep with his wife's minor niece, living with them under their care? So this issue has been in court for approximately a year, and I have been following this situation up until when justice was served. The judge, Justice Oshodi of the Ikeja Sexual Offense and Domestic Violence Court in Lagos, found Dr. Femi guilty of 2 counts, 2 charges: defilement of a minor and sexual assault by penetration of a minor, the wife's niece. Culturally, it's a taboo. In the court of law, a minor is an offense, deadly offense, terrible offense. But like I mentioned, many years, men has been getting away with this. But guess what? It's no longer the same dance. If you are one of them, you need to buckle up. You need to buckle up. Don't do it again. You're gonna go to life imprisonment. Even if we do it with a poor person, a lot of people are standing in gap with the family and making sure that the culprits are brought to justice. So be very careful. So how did it all happen? The wife's mother passed away in 2020. So the niece was living with the mother of the wife. So when the mother of the wife, that's the mother-in-law of Dr. Femi, passed on, in her will was for them to make sure that the little girl was educated. So after family meeting, the wife of Dr. Femi was the one that took the little girl in. Little did she know that Dr. Femi, the husband, will be preying on this little girl. Dr. Femi started by grooming this young girl during the COVID-19 locked down. So he took advantage of this situation and started grooming this girl. So according to Dr. Femi's wife, they have 16 CCTV cameras in all the house. But Dr. Femi prohibited the wife from mounting the cameras in certain places. The wife didn't know why the doctor made that kind of arrangement. So she was monitoring the camera thinking everything was fine. Everything was not fine. So the husband was taking this young girl to those areas where the cameras were not capturing. So what happened? So this doctor was grooming this girl by, first of all, introducing her to porno. From porno, he graduated to putting his thing into her mouth. From putting the thing into her mouth, then started ejaculating into her mouth. There, he graduated from rubbing the young girl's chest. From there, then he went down to the actual penetration, disvirgin this girl and took advantage of this girl. He knew this girl's menstrual cycle. And the wife was like, in the middle of the night, the man will wake up and she'll be like, why? The man will be like, oh, I can't sleep. I want to go to the study. I want to go to the living room. I want to do this. The wife will just innocently go back to sleep, not knowing that the husband had agenda. According to the wife, the little girl was sleeping in the same room with their children, but Dr. Femi will quietly and take this girl away. And he has already threatened this girl that if she ever says anything, if she ever mentions it, that he will kill her. Then the wife also alleged that because she was having some medical condition, the doctor prescribed medication to her, not knowing that what this doctor was giving her was to make her sleep. So during this action, this woman would sleep because of the medication she was taking. She did not know that it wasn't the actual medication for what she was suffering from, but the doctor was giving her something to relax her and make her sleep. Poor lady. So how all this thing started unveiling was that this young lady started behaving, abnormally, and the lady was like, what is happening? So at a point, the wife mentioned that she smacked this little girl. Then the girl went off on her. It's like, is it the same girl or what happened? At a point, she sent the girl back to her mother. Then the girl was able to open up. The girl told the mother. The girl then told the driver as well. So the whole thing unveiled. The wife was like, this cannot happen. This girl is like my own child. If Dr. Femi can do it to this little girl, he can as well do it to their own children. He took up the case just like that. But guess what? For us mothers, the mother of Dr. Femi was like, oh, she's a bad woman. She's this. She wants to kill my son. She wants to put down my son. She wants to disgrace my son. Ladies, when your child is wrong, say it is wrong. Just imagine if that little girl that was defiled was your own child. What will you do in that situation? Let's face it. But the mother of Dr. Femi was focusing on the wife, trying to tarnish his image, bring him down and all that stuff. I applaud an actress, Kate Henshaw, who stood up from day one of this case against Dr. Femi. Not even minding that she was an advocate in Dr. Femi's Cancer Foundation. She was like the spokesperson there, because Dr. Femi has approached her. You know how Kate does exercise and all that. So Dr. Femi has approached her to be the cancer advocate. But when this happened, Kate recalled a story that Dr. Femi has told her that the wife knows how he likes women, and the wife brought a lady to live with them, and that he is doing it to that lady. Little did Kate know that this lady in question was a minor. When all these things unveiled, Kate recalled the story Dr. Femi has told her on one occasion. Guess what? She supported that Dr. Femi must be brought to court and persecuted. So during the court sentencing, there was so many overwhelming evidences that were beyond reasonable doubt. The girl was checked out, the girl recounted forensic evidence, child psychologists, everybody interviewing this girl. This girl maintained the story. The girl told every little detail of what Dr. Femi did to her. That is so terrible. And the news went on that Dr. Femi, who was practicing in England, was also sleeping around with his patients over there and even slept with some of them, that his license in England was restricted. He paid off those people that were supposed to take him to court, those his patients that were supposed to take him to court. He paid them off and the cases were withdrawn. That's why he quickly relocated to Nigeria and reestablished himself with a license that has been suspended in England. He took it to Nigeria and started practicing. Then this goes back because back home in Nigeria, there are so many stories about medical doctors doing this in their hospitals. I'm not saying all of them, there are always bad apples in many situations, but there are so many terrible doctors in the hospitals that take advantage of their patients, even their nurses. And this got to stop. If anybody did not consent for any sexual act, please do not carry it out. And when it comes to a minor, anybody under 18 should never and can never consent for any sexual relationship, no matter what. Don't do it. If you want a shower, go for a shower. If you cannot, keep yourself together. So this is very common, like I mentioned. I believe this is a wake-up call for many medical practitioners in Nigeria who take advantage of a position, sleeping with their patient without their consent, or sleeping with minors under their care as doctors. They need to stop. They need to stop it. I believe this is still happening to other young girls. So I'm urging every mother, please be careful with your young girls as well as your young boys, but it's more overwhelming when it comes to young girls. At school, at churches. Churches are another terrible places these days that young girls are being defiled by their pastors or man of God or prophets or whoever, and the parents go hush, hush, hush. Please do not take your child's innocence for granted. If anybody defies your child or touches your daughter inappropriately, please report to the right authority. This should no longer go the way it has been going. People need to be speaking up. There are people to back you up. Go to the right authority. The offender will threaten heaven and earth, but again, the authority will be there to protect you. Win, a big win. And the doctor, the famous doctor, was handcuffed and taken to prison. How are the mighty fallen? How are the mighty fallen? Why would people do this? Just imagine spending this many years in medical school and you just come and start doing some petty, dirty actions here and there that will take you down for life. Look at a doctor, a famous doctor for that matter, going to prison. And Justice Oshodi mentioned that Dr. Femi has no remorse when the sentences were being pronounced. No remorse at all. Guess what his team of lawyers did? They said, hey, he's a very good doctor. He's very, very important to the society. He's dealing with cancer patients. What will the cancer patients do if he goes to prison? To hell with the man. The man is a pervert. Do you all know what he has been doing with the cancer patient when they are under not feeling too good? There are so many accusations there too that he was doing it with the patient, cancer patient. How terrible has this man been? He did it in UK, paid them off and escaped to Nigeria and continued where there is no law, according to him. But guess what? Justice was served. And he's going to 2 life sentences, imprisonment, back to back. Defilement of a minor and sexual assault by penetration. That's terrible. And Oshodi said that he will make sure that his name is registered as a sexual predator, sexual offender in the book of offenders in Lagos State and again all over Nigeria. How did a medical doctor, a famous medical doctor, fall to that level of registered sexual offender? You have a wife. After sleeping with your wife in the bedroom, you go to the corner, you go to your study and sleep with your wife's minor niece. How? How do you deal with that conscience over and over again? Dr. Femi's children at one point saw him undressing this girl. I can also say probably he drugged the young girl as well. If he was able to drug his wife, probably he was drugging the young girl too, with the threats and everything. It took this girl 2 good years to say this thing. So for 2 good years, Dr. Femi was using this girl back to back. Do you know what that 2 years meant in this young girl's life? 2 years of violation, aggression, sexual assault, penetration, porno, oral, everything. He practiced it on this young girl. What a terrible man. What an evil act. Culturally terrible, morally terrible, in the court of law terrible, religiously terrible. I don't feel sorry for him. As a matter of fact, he deserved every little persecution and punishment he got. He deserved it. I hope this sends a clear lesson to every other person that is practicing this nonsense, be it in the church, be it in the school, be it in the boarding house, be it anywhere in the neighborhood, in the streets, in the villages. You need to stop. Your time is up. Today, you will not go free. It's life imprisonment. Be forewarned, a minor will never and cannot consent for anything. It's illegal. That's all I have to say today. I hope you like my opinion. Again, you can go to the comment section and let me know about your opinion. Again, this is a serious case and we should take it very, very seriously. And I applaud the wife that reported the case. I know it wasn't an easy move for the wife to take it that far to report her own husband. In most cases, most wives will cover up. In most cases, they will send the niece packing. In most cases, they will bribe this young girl. But hey, the wife was like, I'm not going to do this. Justice must be served. This girl was entrusted into my hands. And I'm not going to fail her. I'm not going to fail her mother. I'm not going to fail my own dead mother. That's what the wife said. And she fought all the way to the end. That's all I have to say. Please let me know your opinion at the comment section. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching another beautiful edition of Annie Otter's vlog. I'm your girl, Annie Otter. I love you. Stay safe. Protect your minors. Bye, guys.